It's now clear to Bob that Terry will have to begin all over again, making new friends and influencing some of the younger, unattached girls around town. As Terry's dated appearance presents a handicap, Bob decides to give him a head start by taking him to the hairdressers.
God, this place has changed.
Well, everything's changed since you've been away.
Well, yes, but this used to be just a barber's.
Hairdressers. Nobody said barber since Tony Curtis.
Hey, they've got girls in here and all.
Yes, they work here.
I've never had girls in a men's barber's.
Shouldn't think many have. Hello, Rita. Hello.
Hi. Are you having it cut, Bob?
No. I'm just gonna have it washed and blow dried.
Dear me.
Oh, Gary, this is Terry. He's a friend of mine. Can you fit him in?
Sure.
He needs,
Ah, he does, doesn't he?
Yeah. Could you sort of restyle him? Bring him into the 1970s.
Well, it's not a restyling he needs, it's more like a retread. Still, I do what I can. Take a seat and I'll get you washed in a minute.
Cheeky devil.
Sit down. He's a good bloke.
Well, I'm not having it washed. I had it washed last week.
You've got to have it washed. You don't have to have it cut. But you have to have it washed and blow dried.
Didn't have to have it washed in the old days. 2 bob for a haircut, 1 and 9 for a trim, and none of this shampoo nonsense.
I suppose you preferred this place as it was, with a chipped mirror and flypaper and hair all over the lino, when it was Tommy Mossop, the terror of the tongs. With his clippers and his hair oil and his nudge. Anything else you require, sir?
He knew the horses did, Tommy. Gave me some good tips.
Not on hygiene, he didn't. He never had a cigarette out of his mouth, or his ash out your scalp. And you sat there up to your knees in other people's dandruff. If his rusty scissors had nicked your ear, you'd have had gangrene within the hour.
I want a manicure today, Bob.
God preserve us.
No, not today, thanks, Gary.
At least you knew where you were with Tommy.
What does that mean?
Well,
what?
Well, I wouldn't want to be blow-dried by any of that lot.
They're all puffs, are they? Collier's law and old-fashioned designer's law window dressers, I suppose.
It's a well-known fact.
Yeah, and you know what they say, don't you? Another well-known fact. They say that anyone who's always putting queer people down, being aggressively masculine like you, is really only masking his own latent tendencies.
Do you want me to stick one on you?
There you are, you see how aggressively masculine you're being?
Well, what do you expect me to do if somebody says something like that?
Hit them with your handbag.
Who do you fancy to win the game today, England or Bulgaria?
Oh, England, I think, Gary.
It won't be easy, though, will it? Our team, Bulgaria. And they're playing at all. Hey, you're going to watch it on the box tonight?
Are we going to watch it?
Too right we're going to watch it tonight. The trouble is they kick off midday our time. I don't know how we're going to get through the whole day without finding out what the result is.
You'll never make it. The radio, evening paper, television, no.
Don't worry, we'll make it.
Hard lads, those Bulgarians. No walkover. Fancy a draw myself.
Gary?
Coming.
What does he know about football?
Quite a lot. He had a trial for Burnley.
Never. Honest?
Yeah, he still plays Sunday League. So do Dallas and Denny over there.
Who'd have thought it?
Shall I tell you something? Half Newcastle come in here.
Get away. Really?
Malcolm MacDonald uses the same conditioner as me.
Honest?
Yes, do you think he's soft, eh? Have you ever known a homosexual striker?
Shall I do your friend first, Bob?
Yeah, go on, Rita.
Sonia will be finished in a minute. She'll look after you.
Away you go, then. Go on. Relax, man. It's not the dentist. She's not going to pull your teeth out.
Do you want beer, egg, or herbal tonic?
Nothing to drink, thanks.
They're shampoos, you fool.
Is your scalp dry or greasy?
Well, I don't know, do I?
Well, what sort of a shampoo do you normally use?
He usually uses carbolic and wire wool.
I wish you'd shut up.
I think I'll use the beer. Oh, you haven't been taking care of this, have you? The ends are breaking.
Well, it's the heat, isn't it? The humidity, the blazing desert sun and the torrential monsoons. There wasn't always a backwash handy in the jungle.
God preserve us. Here we go.
Morning, Gary. Sonia. Hello, Bob.
Oh, hello, Flint.
Good God, is that Collier? What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
I always come here.
Oh, aye. They do French polishing and all, do they?
You leave my hair alone.
Suits you. One hair forward, the other two brushed back.
Oh, I see you're still the funny man, then.
Yes, that beer shampoo, it's gone straight to his head.
Who do you think will win the match, Flinty?
Oh, have you heard, Gary?
Heard what?
The latest news from Bulgaria.
Don't tell us. We want to watch it on the box tonight.
No point. You'll never last out till tonight. Let me put you out your agony.
Don't tell us.
Hey, where are you going?
Sorry, love.
Make it next week, Gary.
What a cheek, he's run off with one of our towels.
Leave it to me. I'll call them back. 2-0!
We'll be safe in here. He doesn't use the black horse.
I'll hammer that Flint. I'll kill him.
Typical. I was once standing in a queue to see Psycho. He came out of the cinema and told me the ending.
Typical. 2 pints of special, love.
Why have you got that towel round your neck?
In case I spill me beer.
Ask a silly question.
I wonder who scored.
Well, it depends on who got 'em. Them or us.
Well, it must mean them, mustn't it? I mean, they're the home team. 2-0, he said, not 0-2.
Yes, but people don't go around saying 0-2, do they? Not in ordinary speech. You don't say 0-2. You say we won 2-0 or we lost 2-0.
Yeah, but he's still ruined it for tonight, hasn't he? Whoever scores the first will know. That's it, we'll know.
All that careful planning gone to waste. I take the day off work so I can't hear the score there. I warned Thelma and my mother not to expect to hear from me for 24 hours. I cancelled the evening paper. I even disconnected the car radio in case I switched it on by mistake.
All for nothing.
Hang on. What's the time?
5-1.
Then we're all right.
Eh?
They don't kick off till 1 o'clock our time. So they're only kicking off now. Flint was having us on.
2 pints of special.
Ah, love. Here, you can have this towel to dry the glasses.
You better dry your hair first.
Hey, well, why did Flint come into the shop and say, have you heard the news from Bulgaria?
Last minute team change.
Oh, aye, probably. Where is Bulgaria?
What? Well, it's your Eastern Bloc, isn't it? I mean, well, if you go from Greece towards Russia, it's sort of second on your left.
Oh, aye.
Balkans.
I beg your pardon?
The Balkans. It's where they had those terrible floods round there. Tragedy, thousands homeless.
Ah, well, that'll be to our advantage. Heavy pitch.
What a terrible thing to say. What an inhuman attitude.
Ah, they know how to cope with floods out there. They're used to that sort of thing.
Well, what does that ridiculous remark mean?
Well, all them countries over there, all them places like Persia and Bulgaria and the Middle East, they're all unstable. If it's not a flood, it's an earthquake. If it's not an earthquake, it's a typhoon. That's what makes the people over there unstable as well. That's why they're always so hysterical, always leaping up and down, wanting a war or a change of government.
Are you seriously putting that forward as a theory of national character?
Certainly. Now, you take Britain. We don't get earthquakes or tidal waves. I mean, we get them bitter northeasterlies in February, but we don't have to pack our possessions and flee south. That's why the British character is so stable. That's why we're dogged, relaxed, calm under crisis.
But according to you, we don't get any crises.
We don't. But if we did, we'd be calm under them.
See, I'm learning a lot about your prejudices today. I bet I could go right across the globe and you'd have a pat response ready.
I've travelled, mate. I've seen a bit of the world now.
For instance, how do you feel about Koreans?
Not to be trusted. Cruel people. Much the same as all Orientals.
Well, that's a third of the world's population dismissed in a sentence. What about Russians?
Sinister.
Egyptians?
Cowardly.
Oh, I'd have thought you'd have saved that for Italians.
No, they're greasy. Not as greasy as the French, mind.
Germans?
Arrogant.
Spaniards?
Lazy.
Danes?
Pornographic.
Well, that's almost everyone, really. Oh, Americans.
Well, they're flash, aren't they?
So it's just the British, is it?
Not necessarily. I don't have any time for the Irish or the Welsh. And the Scots are worse than the Koreans.
And you never could stand Southerners.
To tell you the truth, I'm not very keen on people outside this town. And I can think of a lot of families I don't like on our street. Do you know, I don't even like the people next door.
Hey, I see. So from the distant blue Pacific through the barren wastes of Manchuria to 127 Inkerman Terrace, you can't abide anyone. How someone with your prejudices came to marry a German girl, well, I'll never know.
The failure of my marriage only proves my point. Them and us don't mix. England should take heed of the failure of my entry into Europe. God didn't make this country an island by accident.
So to sum up, the British are calm under a crisis, the rest of the world is unstable, and all hairdressers are fairies.
Except Tommy Mossop.
Oh, except Tommy Mossop. Don't look round, don't look round.
What?
Flint's just walked in.
Excuse me. Thanks. Sorry. Tap. Hello, lads. Don't you want to know who scored the goals? Shove off, Flint.
The match hasn't started yet.
Only a joke, lads, only a joke.
Well, people don't joke about things like that. You could have screwed our whole day up.
Listen, don't kid yourselves. You'll never last all day. We can if we avoid people like you.
Look, all we want to do is sit down in front of the telly tonight and enjoy the excitement of the match without knowing what the result is. Is that too much to ask? Is it?
Bob, you're bound to hear the news before tonight. You won't be able to avoid it. Of course we can. Bet you can't.
Bet we can.
£5 on it. You know it's on the radio. Live, right now.
So what? We won't listen to the radio, will we? Well, Gloria won't put it on, will you, Pet?
Not if you don't want it on.
So that's you fixed, Flint. You've both forgotten something.
Now going over to Sofia for the latest news on the match between England and Bulgaria.
Run for it, Terry. Right, go on.
It's the first time I've seen them leave a full glass.
Never mind. I'll finish them. Cheers. Hello, Audrey.
Hello, Bob. Is it raining, Terry? Because I'll have to get me washing in.
No, it's not raining. Everybody keeps asking that. And get that radio off.
We haven't been followed, have we?
I'd have known if we were. I've had experience in these things.
What's come over you two? You're barging in like a couple of fugitives from justice.
We're in great danger.
Desperate situation.
Oh, you haven't gone back to stealing hubcaps, have you?
There's a television on in the sitting room.
It's for the baby, Bob. She likes the test card.
Turn the sound off, Bob.
Would you mind switching the radio back on? I was listening to that.
Oh, come on, it's only Radio 2. Good God, missing Tony Blackburn for a day wouldn't do anybody any harm. Hey, there's nobody else here, is there?
Just my lover.
You don't have a lover, do you, Aud?
Wouldn't surprise me. She's always been permissive.
Not permissive, just romantic.
Who is he?
Is this beautiful, lithe, 6'7" West Indian limbo dancer.
Isn't he a bit conspicuous? I mean, on the Elm Lodge housing estate. And what do the neighbours say when they see him coming through the gate? Or under it?
They say lucky Audrey.
A limbo dancer. How low can you get?
About 2'6" on a good night.
You haven't really got someone up there, have you, Aud?
Oh, of course there isn't, Bob. When do I get time to have a lover with 2 kids in the house? I'd just be about to melt into somebody's passionate embrace when a grubby little Ed would peer round the door and ask for another Marmite sandwich. Or else my unemployed brother would turn up.
Look, we'll be no bother. We'll just sit here. You get on with hoovering the baby or whatever it is you're doing.
Thank you.
I wouldn't mind a Marmite sandwich.
The game's almost over. Injury time.
There'll be a lot of injury out there. With them Bulgarians.
Another generalisation. Bulgarians are vicious. Well-known medical fact. Especially when the field is threatened with floods.
Well, they are, especially on a heavy, thick pitch. It was on a heavy pitch. Thick mud, sliding tackle. Put me out of the game. Ruined my chances.
Ruined what chances?
My chances of a career in professional football.
You can't be serious.
I'll never forget the day. Sleet slanting down from an overcast sky. The crunch of our bodies colliding. A stab of pain above the left knee. The crowd baying for a penalty.
The crowd. Both of them.
Pardon?
You make it sound like one of the great moments in soccer history, like match of the century. Hell's teeth, it was only our scout troop against Biker Boys Brigade. Played on a bit of waste ground behind the Regal car park.
Left its mark on me for life.
And the only crowd was our scoutmaster and a woman exercising her Airedale. Oh, perhaps it was the Airedale you heard baying. There's no trees on that waste ground. Oh! And of course you were on the brink of the school's second 11.
If I hadn't had that injury, if I'd stayed at school another year, If I hadn't had to give up training for night school, if I hadn't had to nurse my mother with lumbago in the winter of '61, if only I hadn't had to sacrifice my natural talent for the sake of bringing a living wage into that house...
Dear God, you make enough conditions. If I'd stayed on at school, if my father had been Prince Rainier, if the Germans had won the last war, if Enoch Powell was a West Indian limbo dancer, I might have been president of the Board of Trade or one of Pan's people.
I'm only saying...
Oh, don't either of you get up and answer it, will you?
Don't touch it. Audrey, leave it alone.
Do you mind? It's my house. It could just happen to be for me. It could just happen to be me mum or a friend or me husband or Littlewoods. Or even an obscene phone call. Hello? Yes, it is. Yes, they are.
Who is it?
Yes, I will. It will give me great pleasure. Goodbye, Mr. Flint.
Audrey, please, don't tell us the score.
Where are you going? Don't you want to hear his message?
What happened to you? Whatever happened to me? What became of the people?
We'll be all right in here. We can just stay till it's dark.
Aye. They stay open late here, don't they?
Yeah, take a pew. I've got to see the vicar anyway about the wedding.
Well, at least it's warm, and it's safe, and it's Flint-proof.
It's just like the olden days coming here. Sanctuary.
Right.
You could claim sanctuary in a church in the olden days. You could do anything you liked, like steal a sheep or behead someone or rape a Saxon maiden. All you had to do was hide in a church and the law couldn't touch you.
Really?
Sanctuary, they called it.
Funny sort of arrangement.
Mind you couldn't have gone out of the church. One step out of the church and off to the stocks.
Oh, have you got any cards on you?
You can't play cards in a house of God.
Well, why not? It's not as bad as stealing sheep or raping Saxon maidens.
We could play battleships.
Oh, we haven't got anything to write with.
We used to play battleships during the sermon when I was in the choir.
It's typical of you, that, being in the choir.
Boy soprano. I used to take the solo in Brother James's Air. I quite enjoyed the life. And you got to see what went on backstage.
Didn't your mother want you to go into the church?
No, never.
Aye, she did.
No, she didn't. No, she did not. She wanted me to be a black and white minstrel.
Hallelujah.
You never know. If I'd had the breaks. Did you ever see me in the Mikado? The Home and Colonial Amateur Operatic and Dramatic Society still talk about my Nanky Poo.
I'm not surprised.
They did?
What time is it?
Nearly 6. Only 4.5 hours to go.
Yeah, I don't want to stay here that long. Must get creepy in here when it gets really dark.
Match will be over. Ground will be empty. Crowd will have streamed away in their thousands. Back to their communes and collective farms.
Plodging through the Balkan mud in their wellies.
Our lads will be back in their hotel. Kebab and chips, victory champagne and a sing-song.
Or drown in the memory of their crushing defeat in communist state-owned brown ale.
We'll go the back way to my new house. Over the railway sidings and through the allotments.
Tell you what. I spy, with my little eye, something beginning with F.
Font.
How did you get that, you jammy Arab?
I just know the way your mind works.
Oh, do you now? Right then, right. I spy with my little eye something beginning with SGW.
Stained glass window.
Oh, well, that was an easy one, that. I mean, any fool... Right. I spy with my little eye something beginning with B.
What?
B.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said P. B, is it? Oh, Bible.
Wrong.
Well, why did you hesitate? It is Bible, isn't it?
No, it isn't.
All right, then I give up. If it's not Bible, what is it?
Pardon?
You heard me. Come on. What is it? Quickly.
Oh, well, I mean, if you want to give up, it's not Bible. It never was Bible. But if you are giving up, then...
Sheet.
Who is? It's Belfry.
Sheet. Belfry. You can't see the belfry from here. Oh, I didn't know we were playing I Spy with my little X-ray eye. You're supposed to be able to see it.
Well, I can see it. It's that little room over there.
That is the vestry. The belfry's up the church tower.
All right, so I made a mistake. What chance have I got against an ex-choir boy?
My turn.
No, I'm sick of that game. Oh, what time is it?
Flint.
What?
Hello, lads. What are you doing here? Pray for a good result?
Now, come on, Flint. The bet's off in here. This is sanctuary.
Oh, really?
Yes.
The Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away.
Hey, come on, Flint. Now get out the pulpit. Somebody might come in.
Today's text is taken from the Gospel according to St. Reeve. And lo, 11 men did go forth to do battle with a mighty host of Bulgaria at a place called Sophia. And they were surrounded upon all sides with a great multitude, and there was much booing and a gnashing of teeth. And behold, the heavens opened, and...
Would you mind telling me just what you're doing up there?
What? Oh, sorry, Vicar, I didn't see you.
It still doesn't answer my question.
Keep your head down and just creep along to the end of the pew. Now, stay on your hands and knees. Mind that door, it creaks.
Well, I was just passing, and I thought I'd...
Drop in for a quick audition.
Not exactly,
Sort of evangelical new faces, Good idea. My act usually lasts for about 15 minutes. Go ahead. Let's see what you can do.
What time is it?
Less than 10 minutes to go.
Oh, what a day. It's been endless.
The longest day.
Must be like this being on the run. Some of the places we've been.
Still, we got something out of it. If we hadn't been on the run, we wouldn't have got to the Women's Institute. And if we hadn't got to the Women's Institute, we might never have learnt flower arrangement.
I suppose it'll come in handy one day.
Yes, and you might have saved someone. You might have saved a life with that pint of blood you gave.
That's true. Some victim of multiple motorway madness, saved by a pint of Collier 75.
Did it hurt?
Of course it didn't.
It was just the heat in there made you faint, was it?
I'd had nothing to eat, you know. We haven't dared enter a populated cafe all day. Is there a chink of light showing through that curtain?
No, there isn't. I checked in the garden a minute ago. No one would ever know there's anybody in this house. You could switch on now.
No, we couldn't. We might catch the ITN news. You know what that lot's like. They lull you into a sense of false security, and then bang, they slip in the football results.
Well, Flint, you got 5 minutes.
Phone off the hook?
Yep.
Surprised Flint hasn't sent a telegram. If he does, don't open it.
Oh, I'd have to open a telegram. You can't not open a telegram.
You can when there's £10 at stake.
It might be bad news. What if Thelma had an accident?
They'd ring you up and not send a telegram.
But the phone's off the hook.
Well, in that case, knowing them, they'd put it on the news, SOS.
But we've got the set-off.
Oh, for God's sake, settle down.
I'm sorry. Pre-match nerves, I expect.
We're almost there.
Do you know, I thought Flint would have given us more of a run for his money.
There was one very dodgy moment.
In the church?
In the hospital. When I came round, I caught a glimpse of a headline in the Evening Chronicle.
Well, why didn't you tell me?
Didn't want to upset you.
Well, you've upset me now.
Well, I've been upset on my own for the last 3 hours. But don't worry, I won't say anything.
Well, you have to tell me now. You can't just say that and not tell me. I want to know. I've got to know.
I didn't see the score, man. I just saw England F.
How do you mean?
I saw the word England and the first letter of the second word, F. Began with F, that's all.
Oh, God, well, that's it, isn't it? It's obvious. England flop.
Not necessarily.
Or England fade. Or England fiasco.
Look, get a grip on yourself, man. Where's your spirit? Could mean England fight back.
Yes.
After an early setback.
Fight back after early setback, yes.
Or England 5. How about that?
Not bad. How about England fail? It's a fire mud patch.
Who's that?
Lights, music, hello, lads.
Flint.
How did you get in here?
Someone left the door open.
Oh, my God.
You idiot! That's typical. He goes out to check the curtains and leaves the door open.
It was a good try, lads.
Now, look, Flint, shut it. Just shut it, that's all. You've won your money, we accept that. Just don't spoil the game for us.
Right, here. Here's my 5.
You mean to say you still don't know?
No, and we don't want to know. Here's my... lends a 5, will you, kid? Right, now, there's my 5. Now, you've been paid, you've won. Just take your money and shove off.
All right, if that's the way you want it. Shame to take the money.
No, a bet's a bet. Now, goodbye, Flint. Shut the door on your way out.
Enjoy your programme.
Fancy leaving the door open.
Oh, stop it. Let's just enjoy the game. At least we don't know what it is, England effed.
England find their touch?
England failed to save Ferris a 5, a 10.
You'll get your money, you'll get your money. Shh. Here it comes.
We are now taking over to Vienna for the finals of the European Figure Skating Championships.
Yeah, what?
This replaces the England-Bulgaria soccer match, which was postponed earlier today owing to a waterlogged pitch.
I don't believe it.
England flooded out.
That's your 16th cup of tea.
They don't give the 4:30 result at Weatherby in here.
Fresh pot every time.
All right, Doc Park. I thought this was an evening paper.
Oh, don't put your cigarette stumps in the saucer.
Oh, come on, ma'am. I'm not having tea at the Dorchester.
They never let you near the Dorchester. They never let you near their coal cellars.
What do you mean?
Well, look at yourself, son. You haven't shaved. Your hair's not been near a comb. The dustman comes today, so don't linger around the front door. We'll never...
I am just casual.
You're not casual, Terry. You're slovenly. What if anybody called?
Well, that's all right. I'm in, aren't I?
Have you got nothing better to do with your time?
Mother, I have been in the army for 7 years, serving my country, so that people like you can sleep safely in their beds at night. So that this country can be a place to bring up kids decent.
I would have thought the army would have taught you pride in your appearance.
What you see here is a reaction, if you like, to the years of hardship and discipline and danger. I'm entitled to take it easy. All I want to do now is catch up on some reading and reflect on life.
Now, the only reading you caught up on is back numbers of the Football Monthly and those glossy magazines with nude au pair girls on the front. You're turning into a young handicap.
I've had a very active day, physically and mentally. I walked all the way to the Black Horse. I came back and fought the Flab with Terry Wogan. It's been a very intellectual afternoon on the box. I watched gliding in the Dolomites, building a dam in Syria, and intermediate Spanish, much as gracias. It's amazing what you can learn on these school programs, you know. If you hadn't gone round to the laundrette, you'd have seen the metamorphosis of the frog.
Well, I had to do all your clothes, didn't I? Biologically. Now, who's that?
Oh, it's only me. Can I come through? Hello, all. Just on my way back from work. And how's our working-class hero?
Oh, doesn't he look a sight? I've just been telling him. Now, look at Bob. Look at his lovely suit. Look at his hair. He's well-groomed. That's what Bob is, well-groomed.
Ah, they're a bit tight, them trousers, aren't they? Any sudden movement, mate, and you'll be back in the choir singing soprano.
Now, that was coarse and unnecessary. You're not bringing your barrack-room behaviour into this house. Would you like a cup of tea, Bob?
If it's no trouble.
Well, I've made 16 today already, pet. One more won't make any difference. You want to get your thinking cap on, my lad. There's more to life than football and nude au pair girls.
Nude au pair girls? What, when, where?
Sorry, kid, you've just missed them.
Hey, you do look in a right state. Have you been in that chair all day?
Well, look, don't you start. I deserve a break. I've been catching up, reading and learning. I didn't know Frank Sinatra had married Mia Farrow.
Mia Farrow? How old is that magazine? That was over ages ago. She's married to Andre Previn now. They've got twins.
Married who?
Andre Previn, you know, he's a conductor.
All right. What route's he on?
You know nothing. Andre Previn is the resident conductor with the LSO.
The London School of Economics?
That's LSE.
Well, that was a drug.
That's LSD.
I thought that was money.
It was. It was before decimalisation. Heard of that, have you? You know, that's where the state takes over industry.
That's nationalisation.
My God, he got one right. Will you take the money or go on for the grand prize?
I know enough, mate. I know enough. I bet I'll learn more from that box than you do at your office.
You look as though you're on the box. You look like some social misfit being interviewed for Panorama. Just look at your hair and your vest. Slumped in that chair surrounded by racing editions. You're like a premature handicap.
You're the second person who said that, and I love handicap. I'm proud of my home and my class. Just 'cause you're flirting with the lower, middle. Just 'cause you've got an office job and your fiancé lives on a Tudor estate with a monkey tree.
I want to get you out of yourself. I want you to meet new people, new faces. Friends of mine that you don't know. But how can I? How can I take you into homes looking like that? They wouldn't know how to react. Sherry for you, Bob? And what will your friend here have, meths?
I don't want to go into their homes, thank you very much. I don't want to go into their snooty semis. I don't want to meet your new friends. You'll be stopped going to football soon, you, because Saturday'll be golf.
Look, I don't think you appreciate how the whole pattern of social life has changed. It's different now, and I want you to be part of it. I want you to smarten yourself up and come out with me. If you prefer to sit here behind your class barrier, fine.
Well, I don't mind coming out with you. For you, Robert, I might even shave. Where are we going, then?
Oh, I can't tonight. Thelma and I play badminton with Hugh and Janie.
Tomorrow, then?
No, I can't tomorrow. We're going to have supper with Frank and Chrissy at Mike and Linda's.
And who is it Wednesday? Bob and Carol and Ted and Alice?
No, we're going to a barbecue at the rugby club with the McShanes. But Saturday, Alan and Brenda have asked Thelma and me if we take you to have supper at their house. They'd like to meet you.
Who the hell is Alan and Brenda?
Well, you don't know Alan. Alan Boyle. He came up here from the south about 3 years ago.
You mean Middlesbrough?
No, the deep south, Surrey. I work with him, you see, and we've become very good friends, and he'd love to meet you.
No, thanks all the same. I'll get in touch with some of the lads. Have a real Saturday night out.
You won't find any of the lads, not on a Saturday night. Not these days. They'll all be with their wives or fiancés at some steakhouse or trattoria, or else they'll be staying in. There are friends round for barbecue chicken and match of the day. It's all very much of a ritual, you see, and if you don't grab my invitation, you won't be part of it. You'll be a man alone. A sort of Shane of the Elm Lodge housing estate. Walking the lonely streets, hearing the sounds of laughter and merriment behind warmly lit windows.
Yeah, well, I'm best as a man alone. I'm well out of the Elm Lodge housing estate set. I know what goes on these days on these estates among your so-called respectable middle classes. I know what goes on behind them warmly lit windows. What?
Here's your tea, pet. Like a biscuit.
Oh, thanks, Mrs. Collier. What goes on?
I know. I've read about it.
Read about what?
What goes on?
Oh, for God's sake, what does go on?
I'll just get the biscuits.
Wife swapping and witchcraft, suburban sex orgies, that sort of thing.
Really?
Well-known fact. Behind that facade.
Where'd you get all this from, suburban orgies?
Only this afternoon there was this bishop on the box going on about the moral decay of our society.
Look, I'm only asking you round to Alan and Brenda's. I promise you won't be the first step on a downward spiral of decay and depravity. Just the 5 of us for a meal and a game of Scrabble.
Scrabble?
Well, perhaps not Scrabble. You'd come up with mucky words, wouldn't you?
Hello, Bob. Nice to catch you. I just popped round to see me mum. How are you, love? How's Thelma?
Fine, thanks, Aud.
You must both come up and have dinner with us some night, perhaps the beginning of next week.
Oh, well, he can't Tuesday. That's water polo with you and Jamie. And Wednesday's potholing with Wilson, Keppel and Betty.
Good God. Do you know who you remind me of?
Don't tell me. Andy Cap.
I was going to say Old Man Steptoe.
Were you?
Do you know, he's never out of that chair. He reminds me of Ironside.
All I know, our Audrey, is that I've never been invited to your house for dinner. Babysitting and lawn mowing, yes, but never dinner.
Well, it's so difficult with you. It's impossible to fit you in or match you up or pair you off.
Aye, a man alone, a social outcast. And we can't invite him to our suburban sex orgies, can we, Audrey? We can't even ask him to wife-swapping parties because he hasn't got a wife to swap. I bet he hasn't even got a clean pair of wife fronts.
You're so superficial, you lot. You're so concerned with appearances and status. A man like me's travelled. I can hold my own anywhere. I can talk about anything, from gliding in the Dolomites to the metamorphosis of the frog. I know there's more to life than knowing how to eat peas properly.
Right, so come with me. Hold your own at Alan and Brenda's. Dazzle us with your scholarship and poise.
Oh, Bob, you're not taking him in somebody's house, are you? Do you think that's wise?
You shut your face. All right, I'll go. Right, I'll go.
Good.
Will it just be a meal, like?
Probably. Depends on who's there. We might play a few games after dinner.
All right.
Oh, hello, Audrey, love. I haven't made so much tea since I was in the WVS.
Games?
Behind that facade.
Mother, I shall be dining out Saturday. So if you could lay out the Sea Island cotton shirt, the blue serge, and just in case, a clean pair of wife fronts.
Hello, Bob. Come in. Hello, Thelma, love. You're prompt. Brenda's still upstairs. Shall I take your coat, love?
No, it's all right. I'll go up and see her.
Hello, Alan. This is Terry Collier. Terry, this is Alan Boyle.
Hello, Terry. I've heard a lot about you.
All right. How'd you do?
Can I get you a drink, Terry? What would you like?
Unless you've got any meths, I'll just have a beer, thanks.
Afraid you'll have to settle for beer. Bob?
Vodka and Coke.
Ice and lemon.
Please.
Bob tells me you're from down south, like, London, is it?
Oh, just outside. Carshalton Beaches.
He's a Chelsea supporter.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he used to have a season ticket there.
I hate Chelsea. They stand for everything I hate in football, with all their show business supporters. They come out looking more like the younger generation than a football team.
We'll just go and get some ice.
He said icily.
Now, what are you being so aggressive for, eh? You hardly crossed the doorstep, you're attacking the bloke's football team. It's not a very nice thing to do. How would you feel if somebody attacked our football team?
They deserve it, Chelsea.
That's not the point. We're not talking about the merits of Chelsea Football Club, we're talking about manners. You know, like live and let live.
Aye, all right.
Watch it. He's coming back.
Listen, Alan, I'm sorry about that. I mean, I don't just hate Chelsea. I mean, I hate Arsenal, West Ham, Crystal Palace just as much. In fact, I hate all London teams.
Oh, that's all right, Terry. All the same to me. Come on, girls. You must be glad to be back. I expect you noticed some changes.
Oh, aye. What with decimalisation and Andre Previn conducting the LSE.
S.O.
Are you interested in classical music, then?
No, I can't abide it.
Alan has a great collection of classical music, especially Beethoven.
Oh, well, he's all right. I mean, Beethoven's fine. It's the others I can't stand, but Beethoven's all right.
What are you interested in?
What? Oh, well, I've got a wide range of leisure activities.
He does jigsaws.
I do hundreds of things. That's one of the things you got out of the army. I've done more sports in the last few years than you've ever heard of. Football, cricket, swimming, water skiing, pole vaulting.
You've never done any pole vaulting?
Yes, I have. There was this Polish fella in our hut. We used to tie him to the bed and then vault over him.
I think the girls are coming down. You know my wife Brenda, don't you, Terry?
Brenda? Brenda? No, I don't think so.
Yes, you do. Brenda.
I don't know any Brendas.
Hello.
Oh, that Brenda.
Hello, Bob. Hello, Terry. Nice to see you again.
Well, if I'd only said your maiden name, I didn't know it was you, Brenda. Well, you're looking very pretty. You've certainly changed. I mean, you've changed from being pretty to even prettier.
Thank you, Terry. You're looking very, well, yourself.
Drink, Thelma?
Oh, yes, please. Sherry.
Did the services do you good?
Apart from this leg, yes.
What's wrong with your leg?
He never talks about it.
Oh, dear, does it hurt?
Only when making love or pole vaulting.
Yes, well. Reunion. Isn't it nice after all these years? Isn't it nice us all being together again?
Yes, we haven't seen Alan and Brenda since Tuesday.
No, I mean with Terry being here. Takes you back to 4B, Park Juniors, doesn't it?
I'd like to think we've come a long way since Park Juniors.
Well, you certainly have, Brenda. When I first knew you, you were living above your dad's chip shop near the glue factory.
Did your father have a chip shop, dear?
A good one and all, the silver grid. Big helpings and free batter and all.
I'd better see how things are doing.
What are we having then? Rock salmon and chips for old time's sake? You know, your Brenda was brought up on that. I'm surprised you didn't get more spots with all that vinegar drying your blood.
Would you give me a hand, Alan?
Yes, sure, love.
You'll never win any prizes for tact, will you, Terry?
What do you mean?
Look, Terry, some things Brenda doesn't want to be reminded about. You know, she's always been a bit
stuck up.
There's nothing odd about someone who gets older, gets a bit of money, gets a nice home, wanting to forget the past. There's no harm in someone who lived above a chip shop wanting to better themselves. Better themselves.
Besides, her parents have retired now. They live in Westcliff-on-Sea.
So leave off, right? If you must go down memory lane, leave off about her dad and a chip shop.
All right.
Promise?
My lips are sealed.
Dinner is served. Sit down, everyone.
Oh, Brenda, fresh asparagus.
Hey, I'm so hungry I could eat a horse between two bread vans.
You do have a nice way of putting things, Bob.
You there, Thelma, Bob there, Terry at the end.
Now, I've got red, white, or fizzy rosé.
Oh, Thelma prefers white.
White all right with you, Terry?
Mm-hmm.
Do we have a fondue set on our wedding list?
We will have tomorrow.
Alan's mother bought us this at Harrods. She has an account there, you know.
What lovely table mats. So these are new?
Oh, hunting scenes.
I just hadn't had them out before. They were a present from Aunt Elsie.
Oh, your Auntie Elsie. How is she, Brenda? Is she still a cleaner down the brewery?
Anyone? Some brie?
Hey, I will say this, you're a fantastic cook, Brenda. Do you get this every night, Alan?
Oh, no, of course not. Well, some nights we just have a plate on our knees.
We always eat at the table, Alan.
We always eat at the table.
Well, you know, I'm glad we didn't have rock salmon and chips. Oh, I'm sorry, Brenda, but you can't help thinking about the past, you know. Thinking about what used to be. Right, Bob?
Aye, well, it makes you think. Here we all are having our sophisticated supper with Tia Marias and wafer-thin mints. Last time we all sat down to eat together was school dinners.
Oh, I think Brenda's improved on cold ham, peas pudding and mashed potatoes.
That was Thursday ham. Fish cakes Friday.
Mince Monday.
Meat Tuesdays.
What sort of meat?
We were never quite sure.
What was on Wednesdays?
Monday mince, Thursday ham.
Monday mince, Tuesday meat.
Of course, Wednesdays it was cheese fondue, followed by gooseberry fool and wafer-thin mince.
I used to like that mashed potato.
Oh, aye, me and all, because it was all crumbly. And if you got a big spoonful and flicked it, you could get half a 4A. It was like a scatter bomb. I'm sorry, Brenda. I didn't mean to. I'll get a cloth.
No, it's all right, Terry. I'll do it.
It comes all out all right, does it, gooseberry fool?
We'll just have to hope so, won't we?
Look, there's no panic. He'll come out with a rub.
I doubt it. However, so much for Park Juniors. It can be of no interest to Alan. Alan went to a public school.
Minor one.
It was founded in 1766.
So you can imagine how drafty it was.
I understood it was a leading public school.
No, it was a leading, minor, drafty public school.
Aye, well, happy days.
Do you really think so?
Oh, of course there were. Smashing days. It's where I met you, Bob, wasn't it?
Aye.
What was Bob like at school, Thelma? Little terror?
I was top at woodwork, a monitor, and secretary of the Lonnie Donegan Appreciation Society.
And if I remember rightly, president of the Deirdre Birchwood fan club.
Deirdre Birchwood?
Who was Deirdre Birchwood?
Oh, nice girl. You're ahead of us. Advanced for her age, mind. You know all them questions about sex your parents, the teachers, and the scoutmaster would never answer? Deirdre would.
Deirdre Birchwood?
She meant nothing to me.
Yeah, she did. She was the gardener's daughter. Used to smell like weed killer. He was in love with her.
I was not in love with her then. I was in love with little Mo Connolly and Claire Bloom.
You used to sneak out at dinner time and meet her in the greenhouse. I remember once he got back into class and a caterpillar fell out of his trousers.
I was never aware you'd been out with Deirdre Birchwood.
She was a very common girl.
I warned him about her. Consorting with a girl like that, think yourself lucky you didn't catch greenfly.
Should we move from the table?
I won't. I'll just pop upstairs and have a swill.
It's the first on the left. Lights above your head.
Shall we leave the past? I find our days at Park Juniors very irrelevant. We're all different people now.
Not necessarily. We're all older and we've all acquired a lot of possessions. Underneath, we're still the same people. If we were all on a desert island, we'd soon revert to type. We'd soon revert to the jungle law of Form 4B.
Some quicker than others.
Haven't you got any skeletons in the cupboard, love? Haven't you got any dark secrets?
Well, I don't suppose it means anything to you now, Brenda, but I did give you my coronation mug. And an autographed picture of Sherpa Tenzing.
I really can't remember.
Oh, it doesn't matter. The autograph was forged anyway. Terry sold it to me.
I have some memories that aren't so pleasant.
Oh, you mean the boiler room incident?
What's this?
Do we have to?
Well, you were full of it at the time.
It was most upsetting. I was attacked by two boys in the pitch dark of the boiler room. If it hadn't been for the janitor, I don't know what would have happened.
Hey, Bob, I've just been thinking, what was the name of that girl who seduced you and me in the boiler room?
How dare you?
Oh, come on, love. It was years
Oh,
ago.
it's monstrous. I was attacked.
When's this?
In the boiler room.
So was Bob and me. If it hadn't have been for that janitor...
Well, isn't this fun, eh? Happy days. Down memory lane.
Part of your reluctance to leave the past, Terry Collier, is that you have very little to look forward to in the future, and your present has little to offer beyond the pub and the billiard hall. Most of us have improved ourselves, developed as people, but you're an embarrassment to your family and an embarrassment to your friends.
He doesn't embarrass me. He might be coarse and he might be vulgar.
Are you with me or against me?
Shut up a minute. He might be crude, he might be rough at the edges. And all right, he might have eaten the wrong end of his asparagus. But I'll tell you one thing. He's down to earth, and he's honest.
Well, here's a turn-up for the book. The good old days again, those two back in the saddle.
I think Bob's right.
What? I never thought I'd see the day when you took Terry Collier's side.
I like a lively discussion.
Terry is honest, and that's something we all seem to have lost since Park Juniors. He's got no pretensions. He would never deny that he lived above a chip shop.
I didn't live above a chip shop.
What are you trying to infer, Thelma? That I'm a snob?
Yes, you are, Brenda. You're an enormous snob. You always have been.
What a bitchy thing to say.
Well, it's the truth.
I like a frank exchange of views.
If I was such a snob, why would I invite that into my house for dinner?
I'll tell you why you asked, Terry. Because the only way you can measure how far you've come from 23 Doglead Lane is to parade your possessions in front of an audience. I've seen you do it before. When you watch people admiring your fabrics and praising your carpets and envying your fondue set, you sit there and you bust your bra.
I'm exhausted. I've walked miles. I couldn't get a bus. Then when I did, there was standing room only. Ah, you've had your usual strenuous day, I see. Couldn't you use the one cup and wash it every time? Saturday night was a mirage, wasn't it? I thought I saw you shaved in a suit, going out to dinner with nice people. But it must have just been a dream.
Turned into a nightmare.
Have you been in that chair all day again?
Oh, I went down to the Black Horse, a couple of bevies and a bet.
Dressed like that?
Hello, Mrs. Collier. How's Andy Cap?
Hello, Bob. If only you'd take an example from Bob, Terry. If only you'd try to improve yourself.
Try the new improved Terry Collier.
He'll never change. I'll go and wash up these cups.
I don't know. Look, kid, I'm not very good at things like this, but, well, thanks for sticking up for us the other night.
That's all right, mate.
No, I appreciated that, I really did. And Thelma, well, Thelma and I mean, that's me and Thelma. Well, we've never, in the past, well, the point is, I thought she was marvellous, and I think you're a lucky lad, and you did the right thing there, and I hope you'll both be very happy, and I'm very sorry I said that about Deirdre Birchwood's caterpillar.
Well, I'll tell Thelma she'll be pleased.
Is she upset about Saturday night?
No, not really. She never could abide Brenda. Ever since I gave him my coronation mug and that autographed Sherpa Tenzin photo.
I forged that, you know.
I know. I remember what was written on it. Cheers, Terry, Sherpa Tenzin.
It'll make a hole in your social calendar, though, but there'll be no Alan or Brenda on Saturday nights. Still, I suppose you can move Frank and Christine up from Tuesday, or Michael and Linda back from Friday.
It does leave a night free for you and me, though, doesn't it? Just the two of us, lads' night out.
Oh, I don't know if I could keep up with you, Mr. White Collar. A man in the grey flannel suit.
I don't want you to change, mate. You just go on being as forthright as you are. And as vulgar and as pig-ignorant.
I am not pig-ignorant. This is my seat of learning, this chair. What I learned from that box, I am at the University of Life.
And what have you learnt since Saturday, eh? Apart from what a fondue is? And which end of your asparagus to eat?
You don't know 6 useful Spanish phrases, do you? Or how to build a dam in Syria. Or the metamorphosis of the frog.
Do you?
Certainly.
Go on, then. What is the metamorphosis of a frog?
What? Well, it starts out with just dots in the water. Amoebas, they're called. Then...
Hang on. They're not amoebas.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not. Amoeba is the most primitive life form. They're so small, they're impossible to see.
Well, if you can't see them, then how do you know they're not busy turning themselves into frogs?
There's no answer to that. Well, go on. What happens there?
Well, then you get your frog spawn. And you get this small black thing which develops 2 front legs and a head and then some back legs, and this ends up as a tadpole.
And after the tadpole?
Your tadpole becomes your frog.
And then?
What?
And then?
Well, then it turns into a butterfly.